Hey guys, so today I'll be testing the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series in Asphalt 9 multiplayer in its own multiplayer season, which is a ghost season. And there will be 7 races in this video. And we are on to the first race, which is in Nevada. So, the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series is a high-end S-Class car. Its rank is 4048, which is really high for C-Class, but the stats and how it performs, it really does not match its rank, and it's just an Asphalt 19, ranks does not matter, it's just what the car feels like. It's actually the main thing, So top speed is great at 349 kilometers an hour. The acceleration is decent at an 81. The handling is its main drawback, and I'll talk about a bit more later. And the natural efficiency is decent. It does not last quite long, but it's decent enough. It's manageable, you know what I mean? Still better than natural efficiency in other cars like the Targa, the TBR Griffith, you know what I mean? So I think that this car is just a better version or the buff version of the normal AMG GT S, which is also in C-Class, but it's a lower rank one. Why? Because its driving dynamics, its driving style, it's really the same thing as the AMG GT S. It's high top speed, it's bad handling and drifting. You know what I mean? So here we came first, and we're now on to the next race, which is in Shanghai. So Shanghai is a really balanced track. It has great fast section and also have really twisty section as well. So it's really balanced. So I want to talk about the handling stat about this car. So based on the stat, it is a 60 point something, which is great on paper, but in reality, it's really underwhelming. It slows a lot in turns, so it slows down a lot, and it's really sluggish as a result, Also, during normal handling, when you're in shockwave, the turning radius is so wide. It has like the similar traits as the cars like the Lotus Elise during shockwaves. So I think that this is just a better version or a buff version of the GTS, which is also in C-Class, by the way. Because the AMG GT S, although it has worse acceleration compared to this thing, the handling stat is a 40 something, but it feels the same way as this thing, but this thing has a 60 stat on paper. That thing also suffers from its bad handling, the AMG GT S, by the way. So yeah, so this is why it's just a better version or buff version of the GTS. You know what I mean? So here we beat the other guys which are really close to us during the whole race. And we're now onto a track where it's more twisty, which is in Osaka. So Osaka, Buenos Aires, the Caribbean, these type of tracks are not good for this car, because this car has really bad handling. So I don't recommend you using the car in tracks like these, but it's Asphalt 9. You can choose tracks like Asphalt 8 before, not now though. The current Asphalt 8 also chooses their own tracks by the system itself. But the old days, you can choose your tracks, you know what I mean? But here you can't during launch. It's crazy to think that Asphalt 9 is already 5 years old almost, because it was first released back at 2018, and now we're in freaking 2023, you know what I mean? Which is really crazy. So here we are neck and neck with this guy, and we are battling for first place at this last part section of Osaka. As you can see, it's really, the driving is really odd, you know what I mean, when compared to other cars with similar handling stat. So this guy, he passed me, but I passed him again because he hit the wall, and I managed to pass it at the last possible second and get first place. So we barely beat him, but it was a great race overall. It was a close one. So now we are on to San Francisco, which is a better track for this car than Osaka, because San Francisco has more straight sections than Osaka. So this car can get to its top speed really quickly because its acceleration is really decent. You know, the acceleration is not bad though. It's 81, which is really good. Um, Cars like the AMG GT S, which is its main brother, you know what I mean, the same class, that thing is only a 70 something, you know, so it's better. That's why it's a better version of the GTS. I mean, it should be, but it feels the same way. It feels like a boat, but it's not really boaty like the Alfieri. The Alfieri just feels like a boat because the handling is so bad, but everything else was great. This thing is almost the same thing, except of the handling stat. If its handling stat is better than I anticipated, it would be a great car for multiplayer. But at this type of performance, I think it's not a great choice when you have other cars like the Pininfarina, for example. The Pininfarina, although it's slower than this, but it handles better than this thing. So in some cases, the Pininfarinas might beat this thing. You know what I mean? So after that race at San Francisco, we are now on to the race in Himalayas, which is a more top speed oriented track, which is great for this car because you don't drift much and turn much, which is really bad for this thing. So I want to talk about the Grand Prix at the moment. So if I posted this video, it would be round 4 already, but when I was recording this and making this video, it's in round 3. So I'm currently in 4th place, and I'm gonna fight for that 4th place because the 5th place guy is really close to me, and I'm in tier 2, so 4th place means a guaranteed keep. The 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place guy are really far away from me already. It's like 15-20 points, so if they mess up, I can get top 3, but I don't think they will mess up because they beat me in every track for the past 3 rounds. And my car is stock. I didn't upgrade the thing, you know, and people starting up to 2 stars and I still beat them. So lucky me, you know. So I'm going to try to get the car and use it in the current special event, the Torino one, to at least get the free tokens and stuff. So here we beat them quite a margin, and we're now on to the Caribbean. So the Caribbean is a better version of the Osaka because the Caribbean have more straight sections, if you know what I mean. So that this car can get to its top speed better. Like this first section, you know, we can get the airspeed and all, and then this turn you can see it's really wide. It slowed down so much, and after the acceleration it feels sluggish. Where was I? Yes, the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix, I didn't upgrade my cars for like the past couple Grand Prix already because I want to see if I can win the cars without upgrading the thing. But like as a result, the past Grand Prix I didn't win those cars, and it's been a while since I unlocked a Grand Prix car. You know what I mean? It's been a couple updates already, I guess. The last one was the EB110. So you know what I mean. So here, like at the last part, we managed to pass this guy, and we managed to gain a bit of margin and get first place, but barely though. It was a close race overall. This guy was in my back the whole time, and we managed to win that first place. And after this, we'll be on to our last race of the video, which is in Auckland. And I would like to give my overall thoughts about this car. It's basically a better version of the AMG GT S, as I already mentioned. Its top speed is alright, the acceleration is decent, the nitro efficiency is really bad, but it's not as bad as its handling stat, which is a main drawback for this car. If the handling is better, it will be an overall good car, but overall it's a decent one. I don't recommend use it in multiplayer because you might get twisty tracks most of the time, you know what I mean, based on game loss thing, you know what I mean. So if you want to use it using Ghost Slipstream or even Ghost Season, so you won't get knocked down easily. And yeah, it's pretty much it. So if you like this type of long videos, let me know, you know what I mean, let me know. Haven't been making a video in a while because there's nothing to do nothing to record except this thing, and pretty busy at the moment. So at this last section we are pretty far, and there will be one big turn, like a 180-degree turn, or in like a one U-turn type turn, and this car struggles. If you can, as you can see, it slows down until like 200 kilometers an hour. So thank you all for watching, and like and subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.